Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. The new channel name has been revealed. It is now Cheesticks and Anxiety. There's a long story behind the name which we won't get into now, but we are no longer Package Rebellion. We are Cheesticks and Anxiety. I think over time, if I keep at this, I can develop the channel into a music channel. Might talk a little baseball, because I am a big baseball fan. If you hadn't noticed, I'm pointing at my hat. I have to look at myself pointing at my hat just to make sure I do it right. Pop culture, maybe do some video games. You know, play along. I like to play. I used to play Destiny 2 a lot, but recent times I kind of got... It just seemed to be stale. But MLB The Show 21... I don't know, but it is Cheesticks and oh my god, I'm screwing up the channel name already. Cheesticks and Anxiety. I'm Barry Lumbersquatch, and today we're going to review the Anthrax 40 live stream. Go over some highlights of that. What was good, what was great, and what was not so great. I want to follow up on a couple of things that I touched on the last episode, which was last Friday, which would have been, I don't know, I'm bad with dates. Whatever, it was last Friday, go check it out. And so, we had talked how Iron Maiden and Judas Priest were going to have these big reveals. Some people thought that they were going to put out new albums. Some people actually thought that they were going to have this huge tour together, because it was really weird how these two British heavy metal titans decided to announce something on the same day. And so, you know, rumors were swirling, so on and so forth. Let's start with Iron Maiden first, because they actually did, you know, announce that they're releasing a brand new album. And the album is titled Senjutsu. Sorry. Senjutsu. 10 tracks. It comes out September 3rd, right? Did I get that right? September 3rd. Pre-orders begin July 21st. First new album in 6 years, since 2015's Book of Souls. And different kind of album art. I'm not a big Iron Maiden fan, but, you know, everybody knows Eddie and Iron Maiden, so it's a very... How should I put this? I mean, it looks like... It's weird to me. It's obviously, it has Eddie and it has the Iron Maiden band logo that everybody knows. But it does look like something that maybe a 16-year-old kid who just binged on Tekken and Mortal Kombat for 48 hours while downing a case of Red Bull came up with in Photoshop in like 1998. It's really weird. It's not something I would have expected from them. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just really weird. I don't know if there's a concept behind it or not. It doesn't seem to be by looking at the song titles. And there's some long songs on here. The first one, Senjutsu, is 8:20. Lost in the Lost World, 9:31. Death of the Celts, 10:20. The Parchment, 12:39. Hell on Earth clocks in at 11 minutes and 19 seconds. So there's a lot of music on here. I didn't listen to the first track. As I said, I'm not a big Iron Maiden guy. And just because I'm not big on them doesn't mean that they're bad or I think they're bad. It's just not my kind of music. That's just what it comes down to. So yeah, look for that. Pre-orders go up on July 21st, and it will be released on September 3rd. So now to Judas Priest, who kind of also, they were teasing, I think, something more along the lines of a 50th anniversary thing, and I think that's also kind of where a tour came in with the rumors. But it's a box. They released this humongous box set. It's called Reflections, 50 Heavy Metal Years of Music, and it's an exclusive box set. It's retailing right now. You can get it on their site, pre-orders, for $479.98. Expected ship date is October 12th, 2021. It's only coming with CDs. There are 42 CDs, and it's a numbered limited edition box set. It includes every official live and studio album, plus 13 previously unreleased discs. Holy hell, if you are a Judas Priest fan, you're probably just creaming in your pants the minute you saw that. Or if this is the first time you heard it, you're just like, oh my god. That is amazing when you think about it. 42 discs. This is not something I think that they could ever put out on vinyl. I know they released some sort of Reflections double vinyl. It's a pre-order as well, but this is 42. And it's numbered, but it doesn't say how many there's going to be. I mean, it could just be until it sells out. I don't know. Just whenever. It's absolutely bonkers. How many CDs? 40. How many hours of music is that? That's just nuts. I mean, good on them. And you know, I'll post a picture. Obviously, it'll probably be like right here. Whatever. It's amazing. It looks phenomenal. So yeah, Reflections, 50 Heavy Metal Years of exclusive. 50 Heavy Metal Years of Music exclusive box set. I got to learn to read. I should probably go back to school. So yeah, that's just kind of following up what we touched on last week. So now to the big ticket item. The Anthrax 40th anniversary live stream was this past Friday. Now, it wasn't really live. I think a lot of people were confused. They were actually going to play live. Technically they did, but it was pre-recorded. Which is fine by me. I don't care. It was still live, with quotations around it. 2.5 hours of music, a little more with the encores. And you also had a behind the scenes thing. I think that was 45 minutes. I didn't watch that. I'm not big on behind the scenes. I'm going to check YouTube now. They still didn't put up the last 2 episodes of their documentary series that they were doing. They had 2 left when I checked last. But no, as of right now, there is nothing, which is strange. It was supposed to be finished, if you went by their dates that they had set up on their website, it's supposed to be finished prior to the streaming event. Didn't happen, which is fine. I don't care. I just want to see the last 2. Even though I kind of know what happens. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I think people were misled by the fact they said it was a live stream. And still, technically, they recorded it live. You have up until, if you didn't get it or you did get it, if you did get it, you can rewatch it up till the 25th. If you didn't get it, same thing applies. You can still buy it and watch it. Sound-wise and production-wise, I mean, everything about this was super top-notch. It was filmed so well. The sound was almost album-like. I can easily see them releasing this as like a double live album. And it'll probably include the documentary series. Just super phenomenal. If this works out great, I'm trying to do something seamless here without you all noticing. But just super awesome. I'm gonna cue this up. So hopefully you're seeing this as I am. And just amazing production in watching this. The way it was filmed, if you haven't seen it already, I mean, just amazing. And like I said, the sound was... I get it. It was in, I guess, a studio, a den. I don't know what the den is. But it was just top notch. And the musicianship, Scott, great. Frank was awesome. And I loved that you had the bass tone throughout the whole thing. Like, you can hear Frank Bello's bass like the whole time. And that was so awesome. And I think that's kind of what I've always liked about like bands like Anthrax more, earlier Megadeth, Overkill especially. They had that bass tone in there. You could actually hear the bass. And I always thought that was awesome. So right here, what we're watching, if this all works out. So you had the intro, and it started with the Time from Persistence of Time, and then it went into Fight 'Em Till You Can't, which I thought was really cool. But fucking Jonathan Denice, am I pronouncing that correctly? Formerly of Shadows Fall. His guitar playing was awesome. His leads clean as all hell. And again, I think it helps that it wasn't live, that they were able to record this previously. And then, post-production and everything. But it's amazing. The lights show, everything. It was super cool. There were some parts where you mostly during the Among the Living sets, songs I should say, there wasn't a specific set. They were flashing images of the Among the Living comic book. And I thought that was really neat as well to see that. What else did I want to touch on? Yeah, musicianship, production, sound. This would be an amazing live album, but is it technically a live album if there's no studio audience there? I don't know. The one thing I do have to point out, I'm guessing they're sponsored by Monster energy drinks. I have no idea. But the whole time between the drums are 2 Monster energy drinks. Then I think Frank Bello has the wristband with the Monster logo on it. I think Joey was wearing socks with the Monster logo on it. I mean, sponsorship's good and all, but that seemed to be pushing it. I'm personally not a Monster drinker. I tend to drink V8 Sparkling Energy, which gives me the boost I need. This is strawberry kiwi. It's delicious. I do have to say that's not a paid advertisement. Don't want to get in trouble. But I wouldn't mind if they want to advertise. Why would they? Then I did notice this. I'm gonna fast forward. Hopefully y'all can't see this. This was a cool touch. All right, I'm gonna fast forward. A real professional would have this queued up already. You would think, right? I don't want to see Steve Harris. They had, between the songs, not between every song, but between they would play like a certain amount of songs, and then they would have like people congratulating them on being 40 years. And right before this song, there was Sammy Hagar. He looked good. Sammy Hagar looked good. Now let's see. I'm going to cue this up. So, this should be... I'm going to put in my earphone real quick, just to make sure. Yeah, okay, so it is be all end all. I don't know if you notice. I noticed this on my second viewing. So, for the songs they did off of State of Euphoria, they all wore shorts for every song. I thought that was a cool touch because I remember back in the documentary, they were talking about how some people didn't understand them wearing the shorts. I mean, obviously they're not wearing like the Vans, or they're not as colorful as they were. They're still kind of dark but I thought it was a nice touch to do for the State of Euphoria songs. It got a little chuckle out of me, and I tweeted about it on my Twitter account, because that's what we social people do. So that was cool. Then we're going to fast forward here. I mean, you can't see me. Can you see me? I'm going to check. Oh, I love this. To later on, I got to check my time. I wrote my time notes down so I know where to fast forward to. You might see a little bit of Jesse Leach. All right, no, we're just going to start from here. This is easier. So, Chuck D from Public Enemy, Bring the Noise. I thought that was a really cool highlight. Kind of figured they had to have somebody come through, and if it was going to be anybody, it was going to be Chuck D. So they did Bring the Noise all the way through. Chuck sang everything, obviously, which it would have been cool for Scott to do his verses, but he didn't, and I get that. So hopefully I switched over. If I didn't, then I'm screwed, and you don't get to see Chuck D. But I'll insert it anyway. So that's what I do. I'm here for you guys. All right. So, like I said, I keep saying like I said. It was just I had chills for the majority of it. It was just amazing to hear these songs. Jonathan with his take on the leads in the songs. He didn't do them all exactly the same. He put his own spin on them, and I just thought they were great. Right now, we're going to take a look at this set list, and I'm going to pause for a second. And I'm going to let you, if you haven't seen it already, figure out what's wrong with this set list. Some of you might not even think there's anything wrong, and I get that. So we had Fight 'Em Till You Can't with the time intro, Madhouse, Caught in a Mosh, Metal Thrashing Mad, Got the Time, I Am the Law, Keep It in the Family, which was awesome to hear, Lone Justice, The Devil You Know, Be All End All, Now It's Dark, Antisocial, In the End, Medusa, Evil Twin, Indians, A Skeleton in the Closet, Aftershock, Blood Eagle Wings, Bring the Noise, AIR, Among the Living, which ended like their normal set. So then they had an encore. Breathing Lightning, Protest and Survive, Eiffel and Confessing, to round it all. Let's take 5 seconds for you to try to figure out what's missing, or what was missing. I'm just going to pick up my headphones here. My earbuds, whatever you want to call them. And I'm going to take another sip of sparkling energy, because I'm a fancy man, and we drink this. Again, not paid advertising, because ain't nobody paying me shit to do this. Delicious. Did you figure it out yet? There was not one song, none, zero, zip nada, from the John Bush era. Four albums? Sound of White Noise, Stomp 442, Volume 8, The Threat Is Real, We've Come For You. Yeah, We've Come For You All, right? Not one song. Where the fuck was the John Bush songs? Look, it would have been really great if John Bush came out and sang. And I know they tried to do that before, and that's kind of when like Anthrax got really screwed up, because they wanted to do a tour with Joey for their anniversary, or was that Among the Living? I don't remember. But then, and they wanted to take Joey out and John, and it just got a fucking mess. But to not include a song from at least Sound of White Noise and We've Come For You All. Okay, if you want to skip the middle two, I'm okay with that. But if I remember correctly, Sound of White Noise was like their biggest selling album, right? My mind was blown. I was literally at the end, and I'm sitting there, I'm going, it ends, and I'm like, is he going to come out? Is it going to be like a Stone Cold Steve Austin entrance? The glass breaks, and out comes John Bush? It almost seems like they're ignoring them. And I get maybe Joey doesn't want to sing those Bush-era songs, but it's your 40th anniversary celebration stream live thingy. Like, dude, suck it up. Sing only. Sing a song. Sing Cadillac Rock Box off of We've Come For You All. Pick one from each. Something. That pissed me off. Because I was looking forward to hearing, like, the entire catalog. Like, songs from everything. But they didn't do that. So I don't know how it's a true 40th. Maybe it's just a 40th celebration of Joey era. I mean, that can't be, though. I mean, I don't know. I think that was a really stupid move on their part. I've seen other people not happy with it. But at the same time, you know, you watch it. It was great. I mean, it was a great show. But I was not happy at the end of that. Because I'm not one of those people who's like, John Bush sucks, and Joey is the greatest, or vice versa. It's like, I like them both equally and differently. I love the Bush era stuff. But for them to not include it made zero sense. Zero. Now, does that mean that they're not going to do a set with John Bush? I don't think so. I mean, anything's possible for money. But they're going to record a separate set with John Bush? I don't know. I definitely don't see that happening. It's just fucking dumb, really. Honestly, it was just stupid to not have a song or two from Bush era. It wouldn't have killed Joey. Like, Anthrax fans know that Bush Thrax happened. The Bush era happened. You either accept it or you don't. Whatever. I don't care. But, I don't know. Fucking Metallica plays stuff from Saint Anger. And how many people didn't like that album? I mean, I love it. I love Saint Anger. I hold Saint Anger near and dear to my heart. And I'm finding a lot of people are coming around to Saint Anger. But, come on. Throw us a bone. Play only. Joey could sing that. It wouldn't have been the end of the world. I don't know. If you watched it, if you didn't watch it, let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you miss Joey? Did you not miss... did you miss Joey? Did you miss John's songs? Ah, man. See, I shouldn't have done this because now I'm thinking about it more and it pisses me off. It's not 40 years of Anthrax with Joey, because that didn't happen. He was gone for 15, 16 years, right? 91 to 2006. I don't know, somewhere around there. You can't forget about that era. It was it was a pivotal time in Anthrax. They changed, they grew. Like I said, I'll have to look it up, but I'm 99% positive Sound of White Noise was their highest charting, biggest selling album. If it's not, it's not. Either way, it was still huge at the time. It's still huge now. People love it. If it wasn't huge, then why reissue it? And I guarantee you, when the anniversary comes up in 2023, fucking Charlie Benante will be putting together some sort of deluxe double LP edition, and he'll be throwing that out there, and I'm going to buy it. But, again, it's still part of Anthrax. So yeah. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm done for today. It just drained me. I loved and hated the stream. I loved the songs. I loved the production, the music. Joey fucking sounded amazeballs. Look. Joey's voice isn't what it used to be, but in that live stream, it was about as close as it's ever been to classic Joey I've heard in forever. If you go and search on YouTube some of the live shows they've done in recent years, 5, 6, Even for about 10 years. Where are we? 2022. What year is this? 2021. I'm like looking at the audience because I don't have an audience. Yeah, still 2021. So it's been roughly about 10 years since he's been back in the band. His voice hasn't sounded as awesome as it did in that stream. Maybe for the past year or so during COVID, he really hasn't sang that much and he just rested. But he was on point. He was hitting notes. Just amazing. And Charlie's drumming was insane. There was not a bad thing to say about the stream other than there was no Bush Thrax. And that annoys me to no end. No end. I'm fucking... Bro, somebody come give me a hug. I need a hug. But watch it regardless, because it is great. It's a phenomenal... Like, the set list and everything was top-notch. Other than Bush Thrax, we know that. So, anyway, I'm going to try to end this now again. I've already droned on for 20 plus minutes. I was hoping to make like a 10-minute fucking video, and here I am 26 minutes in. And I blame you, Anthrax. It's your fault. This has been Cheesticks and Anxiety. I've been Barry Lumbersquatch. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your house pets, or whoever. And I'll catch you on the next video.